from Teresa. Been together over 3 years. He talks about the future one day, pulls away the next, seems confused. What's your, I have a lot to say on this kind of thing, but what's your take on this, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? Like it always kind of like goes back to these things. And that's why I talk about these different things when we're talking about this stuff, right? Like you've been together for over 3 years. What does that mean? Are you
Right.
in a relationship? Are you guys committed? Because it doesn't sound like you guys are committed. Are you guys even exclusive? Who knows, right?
Mhm.
And if you haven't talked about it, then you don't know. And you can assume that he's seeing other people, that he's doing other things, that may, all kinds of different things, right?
Yeah.
And so what you want is a man who's committed to you. And they've actually done research studies on this where they've looked at how long it takes before men typically know what kind of a relationship they want with a woman. And what they found is that it takes usually around 6 to 8 months for a man to know for a fact what kind of a situation he wants to be with you and where you fit into his life. And by the year point, he definitively knows, and basically 99% of all men on the planet by the 1 year mark know what kind of a relationship they want with you. And so if you guys have been together for 3 years and he seems confused and he doesn't know what he's doing and he's flaky and disappearing and he's hot and cold and he's doing all these kinds of things, he already knows what's going on, right?
Mhm.
And his actions are projecting what's going on in his head. And so what you need to do is you need to pull yourself back from the situation and you need to say, okay, this guy's doing all these things. This is what I actually want, right? And I need to take a stand for myself. I need to start changing the beliefs that I have about who I am and what I deserve in my life. And then come from a place where you know that you absolutely deserve to have the type of relationship that you want. You deserve to have a man who cherishes you, who loves you, who looks at you and says, man, this woman is special. She's different. She's everything that I've wanted. I don't want any other woman. I'm committed to making this work, and this is something that I absolutely want. And that is what you need to know in your heart that you deserve. And once you're coming from that place, then saying, okay, is this guy going to step up for me? And if he's not, then I need to communicate that if he doesn't, that he's going to lose me. And once you've communicated that, the ball ends up being in his court,
Mhm.
right? Because
Mhm.
when we talk about relationships, it's not, we do this one thing and then, it's going to force this guy to be a robot and do everything that I say,
Yeah.
right? It's more like a tennis match, right? You hit the ball and then he has to hit it back. And you hit the ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so you hit the ball over and you let him know that he's going to lose you and if he doesn't step up. And then he gets to decide whether he wants to lose you or whether he wants to step up. And either way, you end up winning, right?
Mhm.
Because if he loses you, then you'll end up finding somebody that's better, who is going to give you all the things that you want, who can actually deserve you, who's going to treat you like the queen, like the goddess, like the woman who deserves to be treated in an amazing way, who deserves to be valued and cherished and loved, right? And that's the situation that you want to be in. And that's going to happen if he leaves, right? And if he decides to stay, then you're going to win because he's going to step up.
Yeah. Love that. I love that you mentioned that. I'm like, 3 years is way more than enough time